welcome to Diecast Restos for this restoration of a Lesney Matchbox 20A ERF Stake Truck. It was in the 1-75 series between 1956 and 1959, when it was replaced by the larger Ever-Ready truck. It was the second ERF V-Type based casting to arrive in the range, following on from the 11A Petrol Tanker in 1955. Here's a mint 20A stake truck, and here is an ERF V-Type. Throughout production, it was painted dark red or maroon, though a rare pale green pre-production model exists. My casting was suffering some weakness in the cab area. It should not be tilting quite like that. Early run maroon castings had gold trim applied to the headlights, grille and fuel tanks, but this quickly swapped to silver. While I was trying to straighten the axle supports, the cab finally gave up the ghost. You can see just how insignificant the joins are on the cast. Little wonder they bent easily on the 11A, 11B and this model. A strengthening brace was added between the bed and cab early on, but it hasn't made much of a difference to my example. The majority of 20As had metal wheels, although a few late run trucks had grey plastic wheels fitted. These later runs also had the hand-painted fuel tank trim omitted when mask spraying was employed. As I mentioned earlier, it is based on an ERF V-Type. The V-Type cab was first offered by the company from 1948. The KV on which this casting's replacement, the 20B ERF 68G Ever-Ready truck, was launched in 1958, replacing the V-Type. I've covered the history of ERF over a series of videos I've produced so far. There are 6 ERF castings in the 1-75 series, and this is the 5th I've worked on. I've so far not mentioned the 35A Marshall horsebox from 1957 that I restored in 2021, and also the one I'm yet to restore, the 26A cement mixer. Aside from having to reattach the cab and repair one of the axle supports, these are very nice, very simple castings to work with. I glue along the original connecting points and brace. I also use glue to affix the brake in the axle support. Once the glue has set, it gets coated in light grey primer. I really like how well cast the grooves are on the bed of the model. They are crisp with no visible flashing. The fuel tanks are also intricate. I love that these were painted by hand. I simply washed the wheels instead of repainting them as they were all in good condition. Then it's time to paint. I used Tamiya's TS33 Dull Red, which dries very flat, though it appears quite glossy when wet. I'll clear coat it once I've added in the trim. As I said previously, the trim detailing includes the headlights and grille, and I decided on filling out each fuel tank as well. My Molotow paint pens act as very suitable replacements to hand painting in this trim, as they originally did at the Lesney factory. After it is clear coated, I again use locking pliers to crimp the axle ends. The final touch is some chrome to the axle ends. Unfortunately, in my haste to put together this restoration, I forgot to record my before turntable footage. The fact that the cab came away from the rest of the body proved enough that this truck needed restoring. And so, here it is now. The clear-coated dull red is a good match to how the original dark red paint appeared on the model. There's little evidence of my repair to the chassis, with Gorilla Glue again proving to be my saviour. It's wonderful stuff. The detail to the bed is exquisite on the 20A. The cast slats look fantastic. I detailed it with trim to each side fuel tank and the axle ends, as well as the standard grille and headlight treatment. If you've enjoyed this speedy yet slightly complicated restoration, please leave a like. Tell me in the comments if you prefer it when I do a 5 to 6 minute resto, or if you favour something a bit longer. Either way, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you'll always see my latest releases in your feed. So all that leaves me to say is thanks for watching, and I'll see you again for the next one. Bye for now.